These are a few true facts about gay people and what we like most in the world. These are a few of our favourite things. Non-monogamous open relationships. Apparently, that's what we all yearn for. Even though some of us, like myself, have been in a 15-year-long monogamous relationship, as far as I know. You know, apparently we don't do that. Apparently, you know, it gets boring and eventually we're prone to wandering and looking for partners elsewhere, out in the wild, like predators, in the bushes or in the toilets. Public toilets, I believe, is where some of it goes on as well. Oh my God, look at me here. Jeez. So we don't do monogamous relationships because we're just sluts. Yeah. I mean, we're so sort of libidinous, wild, ravenous creatures. One man just won't do.
I feel for you, feel for me. The walls keep closing in, and the life keeps ending.
When the wind breaks, when the wind blows, and the sun. However the words are, go. Don't know. We all love Madonna and Kylie. Yay! Well, actually I do. But I have to confess that I've been a fan since 1983 when I was on a school field trip to Paris. We were all walking down the Champs-Élysées. I quietly and shrewdly snuck away and walked away from the group so that I could pop into the local record store, vinyl store, and purchase the 12-inch maxi single of Holiday and Lucky Star / Lucky Star. It was a double A side. I was hooked from then on. You know, what can I say? She has been a revolutionary, visionary, and she's broken lots of boundaries and supported us LGBTQ communities for a long time. So yeah, I do like her, and Kylie's just fun, and she's made a few catchy tunes too. So yeah, it is true, I guess, you know, but I'm not a purist. I like all sorts of music personally. But we're all fucking Madonna freaks. Hail the Queen, all of us, every single one of us. No, but. Chemsex. Well, you know, admittedly back in the 90s, the late 80s and the 90s and the early noughties, I did sort of, did take a lot of chemicals myself and did have a lot of wild sex on those chemicals, but that's not the point. That's my past now, and you know, not that I regret any moment of it, but yeah, apparently every gay man likes to do that. Every single gay man is well into that. Each and everyone's their own. I'm not being judgmental, as long as everything is consensual. What does it matter?
I mean, you know, sex can be great and amplified on a bit of money.
Anal beads and butt plugs. Yay! Apparently we all like those, but personally, no, not for me. No, I really don't want to be reminded of what I did like after my dinner. But we're not all into that. Contrary to what all these far-right, antiquated, bigoted, conservative people in the government think, we're not all into merde.
No message to read. Everybody has gone. Oh, they don't care. Not even from Grindr. There's not a reminder.
Big penises. Well, I think it's very wrong again to assume that we're all size queens and we're all that shallow that we just want a big dick. I've said this before in many of my videos, it's nice when you unwrap the packaging and it's, you know, sizable. But sizable is in the eye of the beholder, you know, that doesn't mean it has to be a whopping great 11, 10 inches, just 8 at least. You know, but we are not all size queens, we are not that shallow, okay? If you meet someone that you fall in love with, it doesn't matter, it's what they do with it, isn't it? I'm just sort of trying to sort of combat some of the really cliche assumptions and views that people who've never met a gay person in their life probably have on us and are constantly thrown in our face whenever they're trying to justify religious freedom plus additional extra religious freedom, like in Australia at the moment. These people would probably want a Handmaid's Tale situation where everyone is generically the same and looks like the same, wearing the same attire, walking around, praise be, under his big eye, living in the perfect little white heterosexual religious suburbia. Designer clothes and Botox. Yeah. Nah, not anymore. I used to, when I was younger, especially spend a lot of my savings on designer clothes. But who gives a shit now? You know, as long as it looks good on you, and as long as it's not being sold in one of those superstores that drag 12-year-old Indian girls away from their mothers just so they can sit there sewing all day and putting clothes together, then to me, you know, it doesn't really matter. I don't go to all really cheap shops, but you know, there's a middle road, middle ground. Now, when you get older, designer stuff isn't so important. You know, if you can get them in the clearance rack in TK Maxx or something like that, then you know, you're into a winner. But it's not so essential. It's not so imperative. Botox. Well, for me, it all started back in 2007 when one of my best friends, who's a dentist in London, started using dermal fillers and Botox and Restylane on some of his patients. In Australia, that only became legal a year ago for dentists to do it, and it's now 2019. So just gives you a little insight as to how slow some things can happen and be implemented here in Australia. So I was a guinea pig for him in 2007. I had no hair from there to there at the time as well, so you know, I really wanted my face to be flawless. Yeah, just to feel a little bit better about myself. But lo and behold, I found that it also stopped my frowning, which I do quite a lot, and it kind of alleviated the pressure and headaches that I get in my head. So I was hooked. I was hooked from 2007 to 2018, which is 11 years. I haven't had it for about a year, but that's simply because I prioritise. I'm working so much, I don't have time to sit down and take a poop. Okay, by now, I've had enough of trying to justify what ticks gay men and what don't tick gay men, or to explain it anyway, not justify it. So I hope you like my video. Now piss off, because I've got to go to bed. Bye. Love you. Love all the viewers that have been watching my gay films since, since YouTube in 2008. I've been making them for 30 years now, and if you don't believe me, please watch my trailer on my homepage of the YouTube channel. Thanks.